Hello crafties, welcome to another Tunisian Tuesday. My name is Infiniti and today I am going to show you guys how to work the super easy Tunisian openwork stitch. This stitch is kind of a lacework stitch, I suppose. You can use any yarn, any hook or needle. I would even play with the gauges to see, how large your openings are in your work if that's what you want to do. It's a very breathable pattern, very stretchy. It curls up ever so slightly at the edges, but that's pretty typical, of Tunisian crochet. But it does create this lovely and uniform pattern. Can you guys tell that I was trying to get rid of this color? Like, this color, this swatch killed this color. So now you guys can stop seeing it and I can stop working with it. I'm so tired of this color. Okay, rant over. Without further ado, let's jump right into the tutorial. So for starters, this tutorial you want to work in increments of 2. And so for the sake of this tutorial and the previous swatch I did, I used 10 as my stitch count, but you can use any even increment you'd like. And I'm just gonna work up my cast on. If you don't know how to cast on, I do have a tutorial back on the channel just for that and getting started with Tunisian crochet. Alright, so now I'm going to chain 1 and do my returning pass. So it's chaining 1, now I'm going to pull through 2 until the end. Alright, awesome. Now we get to the fun part of this tutorial. So I'm going to have to zoom in just a little bit just so you guys can see what I'm doing. So this stitch pattern in particular calls for some new, relatively new terms, at least here on the channel. And so what we're going to have to do first is 2 Tunisian stitches together. It's a long abbreviation. So basically what that is, you're going to insert your hook not in this first loop right here, but in the second one. And then you're going to go into that next stitch. So you have 2 stitches on your hook. And then you're going to yarn over and do a Tunisian stitch as normal. Crazy, right? Okay. And then the next step, we're going to be working in this open space between our Tunisian stitches. We're just going to insert our hook between there. And we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Okay. Then we're going to do another 2 Tunisian stitches together. Inserting your hook into 2 stitches, yarning over and pulling through both those stitches. We now have 4 loops on our hook. I'm going to insert between those stitches, yarn over, pull up a loop, pulling up more yarn because my yarn is special. And then what I'm going to do is do another set of 2 Tunisian stitches together. That's a tongue twister. Okay? And we're basically going to do that all the way across your row. So if you need to pause, feel free. If you're following along exactly with this tutorial, like you're swatching this, we're just going to work this across this row. So now we have 3, I have 3 loops left in my pattern to work. So I'm going to do another one of those 2 Tunisian stitches together, yarn over, pull up a loop. And then between these last 2 stitches, I'm going to insert my hook and yarn over, pull up a loop. And then I'm going to work my last Tunisian stitch as normal. Alright, So you are going to end up with the same amount of stitches as you cast on. And what's cool about how you work this stitch up, it kind of puts them off in sets of 2 on your hook, so you can count them easily: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Alright, so as long as you still maintain your stitch count, you can never go wrong. Alright, now I'm going to do my returning pass, and I'll meet you back at the beginning of the next row. Now the cool part about this stitch is it's a 1 row repeat. So what we're going to do now is insert our hook under those under the second and third stitch of this row, and we're going to do 2 Tunisian stitches together, pulling up that loop. And just like the previous row, we're just going to work in between, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert our hook into the next 2 stitches, pull through both of those, pull up a loop. And we're going to keep doing this until we hit the end of the row. Alright, so I reached the end of the row, and it's not much to see what we have so far, so I'm going to work up a few rows, and I'll meet you guys back when I have another decent size swatch and show you what it looks like. Alright guys, so as you can see, I worked up several more rows on this pattern. This has been a tutorial, so if you enjoyed today's tutorial, if you found it helpful, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Let me know how I did. Don't forget to also subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on fun weekly content like this. I post Tunisian tutorials on Tuesdays at 9:30 a.m. CST. Also, don't forget to check out my other social media for updates and art and stuff like that. I'm on pretty much everything except for Snapchat. Also, don't forget to check out my Teespring store. I have all kinds of fun merch related to the channel on there. And let me see, my Etsy pattern store. I also have patterns on Etsy for you guys to enjoy. And until next time guys, happy making.